This is the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network. I'm your host, the PatMan, from the Bay to LA and beyond. Stay tuned. We have special guests in the house. You want to hear everything she has to say because she's going on the experience of a lifetime. Be right back. I bet you're getting into that. Too bad. It's too bad because I'm going to stop it on you. They're like, no, we're just getting into it. We're just now getting into it. Well, that's the beauty of the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network, because you might be able to download it later. How about that? How about I make it into a whole song? We're not talking about that. We're talking about Stasha. Say what's up, Stasha.
Okay, can I just say that that's the best intro music to a podcast ever?
You like that?
That was so good. I was totally jamming out.
You totally jamming. I saw you about you.
That was good. I was about to break
a move.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And it's going to be different every time, but I kind of like that.
I loved that.
Right?
That was great.
It gets groovy.
I like when the flute hits, a little like high, like little doo-doo. Yeah. That was great.
Finally got Stasha in the studio. Welcome, sister.
Welcome. Thank you.
Let's go right into this. Let's go into it. You have an adventure of a lifetime that is coming up. Couple weeks?
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of the adventure of the lifetime.
The middle?
It's been a whole adventure. The whole life has been an adventure. So We're just continuing the travels.
Done. Traveling. And where, let's talk about where you're going. Where you rock. Let's talk about where you've been.
Oh, all right.
Let's talk about where you've been and then where you're going.
And then, all right, yeah. So, born in Pittsburgh, go Steelers.
Steelers.
You know, Pens holding steady. Let's go for 3 this year. Sorry, Pirates. That's just unfortunate. But then I pretty much grew up in Brooklyn. I lived in upstate, lived in Brooklyn, moved out to California, did a little time in San Diego, a little time in Los Angeles, and now I'm actually officially without home. So I just kind of travel about.
Right?
Yeah. I have a storage unit. It's a little tiny one, a little 5x5.
But you got one. You got a storage unit.
That's it. That's mostly for my books. Be honest, it's mostly books.
Gotta have books. You see
and
the
cooking
books.
equipment.
And cooking equipment.
That's about it.
Yes.
Cast iron, skillets, and books.
You're ready to cook and read simultaneously. You can just
absolutely
get a barbecue pit, go to Rockwaller Beach.
Done.
Dockwaller Beach. Have you been to Dockwaller?
I haven't, no.
You have not been to Dockwaller Beach.
I have not, no.
We gotta talk about this later.
All right.
Tripping.
I'm gonna write that down.
Dockwaller. So, and your adventure now, you're just traveling around. You're about to travel around.
I'm heading out to hang with the parents for a little bit. Actually, I'm house sitting while they go on a little adventure.
Sweet.
And then we are all collectively taking a road trip from Florida up to New York, through Philly, through Pittsburgh, back down. I've got a great niece. My oldest niece had a baby, so I have to go squeeze the shit out of that baby and then give her back and walk away.
Congratulations, auntie.com.
I keep saying I am the great aunt.
You are the great
aunt.
Because
I am the great aunt.
You are the great aunt. I like that one. Be the great aunt.
Yeah, so that's this year, and then next year I head out for Australia. I'm hoping to do Australia, New Zealand, Bali, probably 6 months. Who knows? I'm going to get a one-way ticket, and we'll see where I go from there.
I like the whole one-way ticket thing.
Yeah, not a fan of round-trip tickets.
Right?
Yeah.
You can always get another ticket and go.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
I think it's time to go, but not.
Yeah, what if you're in Australia and something cool happens and they're like, we're going to Japan for a week. We've got a house. You can totally come. And you're like, no, I've got this ticket. I got this
ticket. I got to go.
No, screw that.
I'm with that. That's kind of like what we were talking about earlier about, hitting the road solo, doing your solo missions, and there's no restrictions. Yo, we're meeting up here. We're going there. La la. Oh, you're gonna come through? You're like, no, I made plans for this. Listen to some music and chill out. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. Same thing with traveling. Yeah. You're like, no, one-way ticket. Well, we're going where? Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can't go with the flow if you're not in the flow.
You cannot go with the flow if you're not. You've heard it here. Oh, yeah. You're good at this. You know you're good at this.
I do.
You're good, and I can't wait to hear you on your show, doing your own show. We're gonna launch you into orbit with this, and I know you have a lot of content. Let's talk about your content, your show.
Yeah. Well, so here, my idea for the podcast is Taboo Tuesdays.
Taboo Tuesdays.
I'm on a mission. First of all, my personal mission in life is to end that taboo around women, around menstruation, around the cycles.
Right.
It's a travesty that we've been so just forcibly removed from our own bodies, and in such a all-encompassing way. Mm-hmm. It's just an absolute disgrace, and it doesn't matter where you come from in the world. We reference the burning times, the witch hunts and trials as being a huge one, and it was 200 years, 9 million women were estimated murdered during that time.
Right.
So it was a very good, effective technique to pull women away from both each other and their own bodies and their own cycles and nature. Like you could go, oh, drink this tea, it'll make the cramps better. And they'd be like, you're a witch, burn her, but torture her for a year first, because that's actually in the handbook of how to torture witches.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
I think some of that's still happening in modern society. Oh, yeah. The deception of woman, the deception of goddess. Mm-hmm. People talk about other things of deceptive nature. No. The deception of woman is the biggest.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest, denial of the feminine energy on the planet is ridiculous. And I ain't going for it. No. I ain't never gone for it. I ain't having it. So good for you.
Yeah.
This is, I like it. I saw your following, and I followed you a couple of times on Facebook with some interesting comments from your male counterparts out there, and AKA stalkers.
They're my personal trolls. They're my fan club.
Yeah.
But you know what they do? They effectively show you how far we still have to go.
That's the beauty.
So I let them. I leave them.
And your comebacks are awesome. You have some of the. I mean, I'm sitting there rolling. I do my what I call the Facebook scroll, where I go through, some of my friends, and I go alike. I was like, oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. And literally, I'm not saying LOL just to say LOL.
Yeah.
I got to take a break and laugh my ass off right now, right then and there. So I've read some of those.
I'm learning. I'm still learning. They're getting better. But I do follow Sarah Silverman and Chelsea Clinton, actually, because those two handle trolls like no two women I have ever seen in my entire life.
I gotta find them.
Oh man, I follow them just to study their techniques because they're so good.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where we actually met over 2 months ago, maybe a couple months ago.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It was early January because I was in Joshua Tree jamming out to some live tunes in the desert, and then drove back for this art party in downtown Los Angeles. So it was really early January.
Wow. And you had just gotten back, right? Mm-hmm. When you came to the art party.
Yeah,
right?
I had come back from the East Coast kind of late fall of last year, and then I was back in San Diego and blah, 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 blah. So I had kind of just got back to LA, and then I took off for Joshua Tree because there was a freaking rad band playing at Pappy and Harriet's, and I had to go. So I did.
And I remember the art party. We actually talked then. We had a great energy conversation then, and it was like, oh, we got to stay in touch, blah, blah.
And I warned you, I'm a doer. If you say we're going to do something, we're going to do it.
And we talked about that. We was like, yo, done, did it.
It's in the bag.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know, you being from the East Coast and coming to LA, I'm sure you've encountered that, you know, that what I call flakery.
Oh, yeah.
Flakery LA.
Oh, yeah.
And people, it's a trip. Folks will try to blame it on the county of, oh, that's just an LA thing. No, that's a human stupid thing.
Yeah.
Done, doner.
Yeah.
You say you're going to do it. Follow up in your life could change your life, could transform your life if you just stick to it. And yeah, so flakery LA, we're not going for it. No. We're the example. No. We're setting the example. We're raising the bar of do it, done, and doner, and say stick to it. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Yo. Pete,
well, do you want it or not? That's what I keep asking people in all of my coaching. I'm like, do you want it or not? Because if you don't want it, stop. Go do something that you want to do.
Are you finding in that question that people are really coming to grips with themselves on what they want and what they do not want?
It's like no one's ever asked them that question. No one's asked them the question,
right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about just that in itself for a quick second. I'm listening to, I'm really trying to get some sleep. This was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, and start falling asleep to meditation music. Found subscribed to Pandora and just put in meditation, and this Zen like music was coming in, and I finally get into my sleep zone, and I hear this voice, "What do you want? What do you want?" And I raised up out of my bed like, where's that voice coming from? Who's, and I forgot, Pandora station's on. And it's Deepak Chopra. And I'd never heard of this guy. Yeah. And that's all he's saying. Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? And I'm sitting there in my bed like, well, I don't know, but I don't think that question's been asked.
That's a really good question.
And it was a good, and I remember getting up and I just started writing down all the stuff I wanted. And from that point, life just started to answer itself. I mean, fitting into. So by you asking, I think you could learn a lot about yourself and your adventures and everything. Just keep asking yourself, what do I want? What do I want? And manifesting it, writing it down. Once you write it down, believing it, coming back to it.
Yeah. I actually had to come to it from a different angle. In fact, it was somebody who asked me one time, what just has really pissed you off? What's something that's come up time and time again that's really pissed you off? And I sat there and I thought about it for a few minutes and really just was like scanning my life and realized that the fact that throughout my whole life, having really, really horrible periods, very classic endometriosis symptoms, so pain that women have died of heart attacks, have had appendix ruptured, and the pain doesn't equal the pain of endometriosis, so they don't go to the hospital, which is where the problems come in. But realizing that I would pass out from the pain, I'd come to, and somebody would say, "What's wrong with you?" And if I said, "Oh, I just got my period," they'd be like, "Ew, TMI, that's super gross."
Right.
And that's what I was like, "Oh my God, I have to spend my whole life not only being in such horrific pain, but also worrying about everyone else's feelings at the same time."
Right.
And that was where I was like, you know what I want? I don't want another woman to ever have to go through this again. I want every woman to be able to speak her truth and get help. Get an answer, get relief, and just having to lie all the time that's just not how it should be. So what I want is I want women to be able to speak their truth, get relief, and actually fall back in love with their bodies. And that's I kind of had to come the back workaround way of what do I really hate and turn it into what I really want.
Right. And that's beautiful the way that came about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you hadn't been prompted, what do you want? Folks are quick to talk about what they don't want. It's like, okay, I get that, but what do you want? What do you want the universe to provide for you? What can you learn from something that you can definitely share with someone else in the experience?
So what's the change?
Because you know that someone else is going through what you're going through. So you're like, yo, there it is. Thank you very much. Thank you, universe, for providing that. It's all good.
Absolutely.
Oh, time is flying.
Oh,
time
always
is flying. And here's the beauty about podcasts and the whole nine is that we can do this again and again and again.
And we will.
And again and again. And I like the fact that you're doing this for, like I said, the goddesses, the young goddesses.
Oh, 100%.
And raising the awareness amongst men and be like, look, dude, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have an auntie, you have a coworker. They're going through some stuff.
Understand.
Get over yourself with the ews and the blah, blah, blah. It's whoa, man. It's whoa, man. Whoa, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So shameless plug, theperiodcoach.com.
There it is.
Come hang out with me because I want you in.
You heard it. Stasha, it was excellent having you on the show.
Thank you.
And I know this isn't the last time.
No.
It's just the beginning. And can't wait to hear about your adventures after the fact. And hopefully you'll be able to do some podcasting in between that.
This is what I want. Podcasts on the road.
We're going to show you podcasts on the roads, on travel.
Yeah.
We'll show you how to do it on your phone. We'll even do some call-ins. You'll be like, yo, P, I'm over here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Just wanted to check in with you. And done. That's how we do it.
I want to hear from everyone around the world.
Done, and doneer. This has been the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network with your host, the PatMan, from the Bay to LA and beyond. Thank you for my special guest, Stasha. Say your last name.
Washburn.
Stasha
Washburn.
Washburn.
Like the guitar.
Washburn. I want to say Stasha Washburn. I kept combining.
It should
visually.
Be one. No, you know what? It should be Stasha. Like
Stasha.
Madonna. Stasha.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So, shameless plug.
Theperiodcoach.com.
There it is. Young ladies, older ladies, mid ladies. I don't care. Dudes with
Bring your
wifeys and dudes with female counterparts. Get over yourself. Get to the site. Get educated. Get over yourself. I can't even.
No,
that's
that's pretty much sums it up.
Right?
Yeah.
Get over yourself. Get over yourself. This is the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network. Stay tuned. We got more stuff coming up on the other shows. Peace out, people.
Bye, guys.